What's up? What's up? Minister here. I hope you're checking this video out. I've got a brand new playlist. Now there's some of you out there that may heard some of this playlist. This actually is a playlist that I have been gathering in my listening history since about 1985. Yeah, I am a huge reggae fan, and I have been ever since then. There are some really good new reggae stars out there that I have got on this list, like Protege. Yeah, love them guys, definitely. There's a few more. Sizzla, love that dude. Capleton, of course, like everything the Marley Boys have turned out. You know what I mean? Outstanding. I'm really super proud of the fact that not only did I listen to their father religiously, so much to the part that I did everything I could to learn all about their culture, all about Rastafari, you know. And I put a video out somehow like this before, and I think I have shared this maybe on my Facebook page, but this is for my website. This is a brand new section that I want to make up for my website, wmstickelom.com, because I don't think my website has got to see this. And since I know that I have a connection to a few countries over the world, I think that some of my listeners on my website would definitely appreciate what I've done, what I've put together. Definitely any suggestions from those, reggae lovers, put it out there. I know there is some stuff on here. I don't think I have. Maybe I do, but I was thinking of stuff from like HR, the lead singer of the Bad Brains. He put out his own albums, and they're very reggae-ish, more than reggae-ish. You can see his Rastafarian background and beliefs in his albums that he put out. And I'm actually very grateful. Also, another one is Mikey Dread. Rest in peace. Yeah, I found one of his tapes back in the early '90s at a truck stop, and I was like, I'll try this, because I was in reggae, so I picked it up, and I've loved the dude ever since. So yeah, I'm doing a little bit of name dropping, and there's a lot of these, if not all of them, that are on my playlist. I'll actually share two of these lists. This list does have a couple of them that are the same, but one of them is more pointed to the Rastafarian religion. All of it is, but for praise. You know what I mean? Songs that reminded me of Rastafari and Jah. You know what I mean? The things that, they showed us, that culture showed the world of who they are and what they worship and praise. And I'm really, really into that. The first time I ever heard the word Jah was from reggae music. Then I later started studying biblical, and I found out that it was a poetic way of putting Yahuwah or Jehovah nowadays, or Yahoo. It all depends on what kind of linguist you talk to about how that holy name is supposed to be pronounced. But the fact is that they have a sacrament, and that sacrament is cannabis, is of course the whole reason that I got into the whole thing. Yeah. So I love the reggae music. In fact, let me get into the stuff here right now, guys. Decline that for now. All right. I might have to put a little bit on pause here for a second. All right, we had to take a little break. Very sorry about that. So the second list is called Ganja Loving. And the list starts out with, of course, reggae. To me, they're the first ones, these Rastafarians, to promote cannabis as a sacrament in their religion and then bringing it out into their music. A third world country music that became worldwide and world known because of Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, Benny Livingston, and all those great, instrumentalists that came along with them. Now, the second one has hip hop, and it has some old metal, it has some old jazz along with it. So you'll get a full list of reggae music. And then the next one will be called Ganja Lovin', and that will be the other one I was speaking of. So I hope you guys super enjoy it, right? For music. Now, on another note, we got a lot to talk about, I think. It's hard not to be political in this world, especially if you want to gather any type of information. And a lot of people are saying that there's no one to trust. I find that ridiculous. A lot of people I find that are saying this are mostly, right-wing Republicans in America here can be confronted with any fact, but they won't believe it. They try to deny being brainwashed, but yet every bullet point of being brainwashed they fit, and it's scary. So I am not on either side, but I am a journalist, and I do a lot of reading on a lot of subjects and political subjects in America, and mostly somewhere around the world I pay attention to. It seemed to me that a lot of the countries that are involved with the American government really didn't like the man. They didn't appreciate him. His business isn't that good. It never has been. In all honesty, you can find this anywhere. He has failed in several casinos. Who bankrupts casinos? People. Who? The little town I live in, about 30,000 people. They've had a casino longer than Trump could ever have one. Unreal. You know what I mean? People, he was a slumlord. This is the truth. He was a slum lord. All right. He was in multiple wives. That's publicly known. One of his wives is buried out by one of his golf courses. That's publicly known. Little weird. All right. He, though, has been involved with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, I do not get any money on his videos, so I don't care about them not giving me any money. So, he was Epstein. Epstein is a P3DO, if you know what I mean. A young and diddler, right? You get what I'm saying? Right? I'm not going to say them words because I don't want my video not to be shown, but you understand what I'm saying. This is outrageous. Child sexual abuse is one of the most serious health problems that the world and America has. No lie, people. You really want to be a researcher of knowledge, if you really want to help anyone in this world to make sure that we have a better world, you better start acting the proper ways in order for your children to start acting the proper ways. It's that simple. But when you're in a cult, that doesn't happen. You have to bring your kids up in a cult too. Or you're poorly upon and maybe not even get any type of jobs within the cult to make yourself look a little more to your friends and neighbors. It's a cult. It really is. It fits every bullet point. And it is a little bit frightening. You know what I mean? To think that there's, maybe 70 million people out there that are okay with who this person is. He hung around with Diddy. This is proven. Him and his wife were at Diddy's parties. There are pictures. These are not fake pictures, people. They are not. Once you put a picture on the internet, it stays there forever unless somebody gets rid of it. But anybody that's seen it and shared it, man, you'd have to go through all the impossible. They're there and they're real. Nobody made them up. But yet these MAGA people, Trump people, they won't let go. They continue to believe every lie he says. And this is the frightening part. The man has talked about getting rid of his enemies. Anybody that knows anything about history in America, especially in the 20th century, including World War II, understands, and it rings a bell. But when you start matching up the actual words said by that man from World War II in Germany to what Trump is saying, it goes from a little scary to quite scary. It's got to. This man does not know half the things he says he does. Okay? And the fact that he ditched out on the military to not go to Vietnam because of a bone spur. Wow. Wow. That would have been the art of the deal to me if he could have done that, but he didn't. No. Yeah, them are the losers, not those who had passed while in war. Yeah, he said something about that. It is true, too, how they were losers. Wow. But they totally ignore them or atrocities that he's committing. But the whole Epstein, Diddy, all the P3DO, correlations, connections, no. Even if it wasn't true that he wasn't, he definitely is a P3DO hider, sympathizer. All right. You guys really need to do research. What does child abuse do to people? And then you look at the numbers in our country. Then you look at the numbers of people that have heart disease, diabetes, any type of autoimmune disease, mental health problems. Yeah, most of that comes from genes that are released that start to show when they wouldn't have because of trauma. This is basic news, medical news that everyone should know. But it seems there's a group of people that don't care. And it makes you wonder why. Why don't they care? What are they hiding from? Why would they want children to continue to be hurt and sold? They say they're against trafficking children, but that is trafficking children. And Trump is known to both of these people for trafficking. He knew both of them and knew they were trafficking. This is stupidity at the highest level. It's not stupidity. It's pure ignorant. They are ignoring the facts. How are we going to help these people realize that they're doing it? Well, easy way. Go vote for the person that isn't Trump. Do not give your vote to Trump. It's that simple. I'm not telling you who to vote to. I'm telling you, please don't vote for Trump. Okay, that's my bad about that here on politics. All right, man. I'm sorry I had to bring that up. But everybody, I know that or might see this video because I have plenty of watchers around the world in 100 countries, I think, maybe a little less or more anymore because I had to quit. But that's a lot of people around the world. And so maybe they will hear this and they will understand. The woman is the mother. The mother is the greatest gift ever for humanity. And the mother right now at a full is the earth. And then it literally is our mothers, the women that are in society. All right? They should now be hailed more than the father. This religions that have come from Abraham, the three Abrahamic religions, which of course Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, for a very long time used their religion and their God to be in control of women. See, in Greece, in the ancient Greece and Egypt, women were, they were kings and queens and goddesses. You just don't get it. And all of a sudden, here comes this Christianity or Judaism, Islam, and women are nothing. That's why our world is dying, because you hide the female, you hide the mother. It's all true, too. Look in the mirror, but look in the mirror with your mother's face. Let the mother speak to you and listen to her. Women are far superior than men in intellect and reasoning. I don't care what you guys say. They are. They're almost way more empathetic. They're less likely to have that, psychotic gene that most businessmen have. Don't get me wrong. They can still be cutthroat. They can still be a fighter when they need to be a fighter. But the fact that our society, that a large, hard group is totally not into this. These people will come up with any reason not to vote for the right person. Female, her color. They're going on that whole Obama, she might not even be born in America. She's not even American, all because of her color. This is really sad. And this is true, too. I'm not into it. I don't go for it. But again, I won't even vote for Kamala. I'll write my own name in there like I always do. Because I know that there is some rigging going on in the system, and I will not go with the whole system. What's that dude? Excuse me. He was a philosopher in the 20th century, and according to the Dalai Lama, he was the greatest philosopher of the 20th century. And his name is Krishnamurti. Jiddu Krishnamurti. He was also Bruce Lee's favorite philosopher. He has this quote that says, "There is no sign of good health for one who is well adjusted to such a sick world." And I find so much truth in that myself. And it opened my eyes. We must open our eyes. We must not be afraid to start a new future, to go into the future. We must not be afraid of change. Everything has to change within your mind first. And getting rid of the hatred because of race is definitely one of them. I know a lot of you out there who pretend to be not racist, but yet wouldn't vote for a black person or a brown person in this country. We did one time, Obama. Now it's time for a black woman, a brown woman. I don't care what color. It's time for a woman, and a qualified person at that. And that Kamala Harris says, I know she's going to beat Trump, but unfortunately, because I know that there is some type of weird control going on, but it isn't the Democrats, and it might not be the Republicans, but I doubt it, because from what I understand, the Grove in California, where all them secretly meet, do some praising of that owl. A lot of them are Republicans. A lot of them. Most of them are. Yeah, and it's crazy. It's weird. Okay. So, that Alex Jones even had it on his video, and although the Republicans still there, Alex Jones still continues to want to be a Republican or on the right, I don't know. But anyways, I'm empathetic. I have sympathy. I understand science a little more, especially neurological biology and what happens to a young person's brain in the middle of development when they were abused. Anything before 6 years of age is detrimental. It will cause the brain to have genetic dysfunctions. The limbic system, 3 different parts of the limbic system will actually be less dense, and this can cause a great deal of problems. But it goes on from there. So we have about a 400. There's a questionnaire for this. You can find on the COC website here in America, and it's called the Adverse Childhood Event, or ACE, ACE test. That's all you have to type in Google, and it'll take you to the test. It's 10 questions. If you answer 4 or more, your likeliness of developing serious diseases have went up by 25 to 30%. Heart disease is the number 1 killer in this country, and heart disease is the number 1 thing that comes along with these abuses that go on with these children below 6 years old. I'm not trying to take down any other childhood abuse from the age of 6 or above. I'm just trying to say there is a greater detrimental effect on children's brains before that age. If this goes on all over the world with all these little children, we think about how these children then end up growing up by having all these problems, health problems, psychological problems, mental health problems, and they don't end up making the right decisions. They end up in poverty because, boom, that happened right there. Denying the fact that a child is not going to be affected by, sexual abuse is crazy. You're absolutely crazy. Maybe this is because you don't care, or you are one. That's all I can say. That's the only conclusion I can come to. You know what I mean? I don't understand how a human being, or someone that calls himself a human being, can protect somebody that is hung around people that have sold children into slavery, sexual slavery people. But no one does this. No one cares. You know that there is a very high correlation between adults who are sexually abused as children and cannabis use. Again, that limbic system, there are parts of the limbic system that actually have what has been found to be the CB1 receptor that THC and CBDs affect. Okay? Now, if it's less dense with those brain cells, it needs more. And what these brain cells do is help with emotion. Oh my God. Yeah, this is true. Yeah, you can look everything up that I am saying about this. I will continuously report on this and post brand new to you every link that I can from those who are creditable. Okay, no one that is uncreditable. It'll be from universities. It'll be from government pages. It'll be from surgeon generals. Other than that, we've come to the medical part of our news and how that connects to why I'm making a political decision. Now, somebody will be like, oh, is that what? Yeah, that's all I need. I do not care about money. I care about the health of children and the health of our future, and that is the number 1 way that we can start putting a dent in it. This sexual deviation that has come to be is so high, it's ridiculous. The internet can be a great thing, but the internet is also given pornography to people, and it helps and it breeds their sexual deviancy and makes them think of it anymore because they can see it even more. And next thing you know, there are more people that are sexual deviant. I'm sorry if you think that this is wrong. I don't care. Because whenever a child has hurt so bad that their brain function changes because of what you did to it, that's way more important. Listen to what I'm saying. This is causing the greatest world health you'll ever see. This has been going on. They got studies from World War II when the Nazis blocked off Amsterdam for 3 months. The Whitehall study. They've got so many studies on this. There's one done in America for 20 years straight on 17,000 people. You're ridiculous to tell me that you don't believe in science, that you believe in some BSer with a makeup on. Oh my God, and his pulled over hair that he sprayed so much with oh my, look dude, you talk about trannies, he's like that close, bro, that close. He wears a damn diaper, bro. I cannot take it anymore. We need to make sure this guy's voted out. Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe I will make sure that I vote for the right person. I've never voted for a Republican or Democrat in my life, and I'm 56 years old, and I'm really thinking about it right now. That's what it's driven me to this man. You know what I mean? Hate him? How couldn't I? How couldn't you? That's the question I have. Look, science. I gave you psychology. I gave you philosophy. I gave you everything I can to show you, to give you an apocalyptic view of Donald Trump, to remove the veil. Please. Any of you out there that are in America that are watching this and think you shouldn't care what this man has been doing, again, even if he didn't commit the act, he hung around and helped people that did by giving them money. He gave him money. Oh my God. You guys are crazy if you think this man is good. You are crazy. And whatever money he might have saved you, which is a big might because I don't think he did, you know, it wasn't that great. Yeah, it wasn't. Sorry. I could see if you all went to be millionaires within them 4 years, but it didn't happen, did it? Oh, yeah. But there are a bunch of more billionaires now, aren't there? Huh? Wow. Yeah, the oil companies are making the most oil they've ever made in history. That's really good. The, New York Stock Exchange and the Dow are rocking and rolling higher than they have ever been. There's ups and downs, but they're high still, come on. Record breaking still. Okay, Trump had a couple good things. That's it. Biden, the damn old man, had way more. You know why? Because he could bring together credible, cooperative people that will work with him, and he will work for them. It's a trade. Look at how many people Trump fired. He picked those people, and then he had to fire them. So how can you trust his judgment in any way? Really, you were brainwashed. Think about this, please. I'm almost begging you guys. Now, morals are different in different countries, but in our country, sexual child abuse is supposed to be hated. It is criminalized. And everyone that commits it shall be imprisoned, not ever giving them the chance to do it again, because it is the worst health hazard on our earth right now. You can look them statistics up because it is. Look up Dr. Nadine Brooke Harris. She was the first Surgeon General of California. She's got some videos on YouTube and X Talks, X Med Talks. It'll blow your mind. These are real statistics. But you'll ignore it, won't you? Just for him. I wonder if you guys bow down to him. Do you give your money to him? Of course you do. That's worship, bro. Do you sweat for him, bro? Do you bleed for him? I'm sorry. Your God did not give him to you. Think about this. If God was that powerful, don't you think he could have had Trump win again? Why would Biden be able to trick God, guys? Why would the Democrats be able to trick God? Come on, people. Think about this. I love you guys. All right. I love everyone. I don't care what color you are. You know, I don't care what crime you've committed unless it's against innocent, non-willing people and children, especially children, because they are going to be harmed the most. But I don't want no harm to come to anybody. Right now, though, for you Trumpers and you MAGA, please think about everything that's going on and how it was caused and where it was caused. What person is the link to all of it? One who tried to change people's minds because of hatred, and those minds that wanted to be changed because of hatred. And this is the minister. I love you guys. Peace out.